there are so many leaves over here that if one of them logs rolled down that hill there, we would have the woods on fire. Boy, it's hot over here. Woo.
Feels good.
Down over here, it's really hot. This is the only one that concerns me. And they're catching on fire.
Hey, Fog 360.
What?
I just said hi to Fog 360. Somebody
Somebody already called up.
said hi. Another beautiful day in Texas. What was it, 72 or 3 today?
I don't know, but I had to put a sweatband on. I was pouring sweat, picking up. Oh, Lordy, now the fireworks are starting.
Was that fireworks or a gunshot?
Well, I'm hoping it wasn't a gunshot, because...
How y'all are? Hey, 713 Tex. I'm up here in Wascom, Texas. Over by Marshall, Longview, Shreveport, over that area. We're just
having an after Christmas bonfire.
Yes, this is our after Christmas bonfire. Burning up all the socks and underwear I got. Thought my house was burning. He said, "Oh my God, I thought your house was burning." No.
I cut a tree. I loaded up the fire.
Yeah, this is a tree I cut, what, a week ago?
Yeah, I've had a back problem. I haven't been able to get out here and do anything. Saturday, we're going to cut one. Let's wait for it. Are you sure? This one, he's right here, really important. There's some blue flames.
Yeah, the wacky electrical wiring. Yeah, I've had a good look at it. It is wacky, but it's not too dangerous. I don't think I'll have any fires.
Stick a pine cone in there. That'd be cool. Find something to pop it up. I should have done this before it got dark.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, that'll be all right, hon.
Thinking about that was too heavy. That was one of the heavy ones. Turn it back on. I'm gonna look. I can't believe you have enough signal down here to go live.
Yeah. Hey, Lee. Hey, ICU812. What I do yesterday, we ate Christmas dinner outside. As a matter of fact, I have a video uploaded. It'll be public in the morning. I'm going to turn this off, hon. You're ruining the ambiance. Yeah, yesterday was in the 70s, and we cooked steaks on the grill and had Christmas dinner outside.
That was very nice.
Billy was over and rode his Christmas present around. He got a four-wheeler for Christmas.
That chewed my yard up.
Did he?
Nah, I have a few places he left some ruts, but you're only 11 once.
Right. So, who got what for Christmas? Tell me in the comments. What'd you do? Anything interesting? Hey, Mark. You wore out from what? Didn't want to stop doing what? Trucking? Or are you home? Oh, that's right. You're in Connecticut. I think I told you that I was born and raised in Enfield. Actually, I was born in Stafford Springs. Huh?
Okay, the secret's out.
The secret's out that I'm a Yankee?
Yep.
Everybody knows that. Oh, been cleaning up outside, going back to work tomorrow. Got it.
Yeah, it's still warm. I'm out here in my shorty shorts.
I bet you it's probably in the middle 60s right now.
I bet it's warmer than that. It's not supposed to get cold tonight, and it's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow and rain. At least that's what they said this morning. Now that could be all changed.
Yeah, I got to Texas a year and a month ago. Hadn't it been a year and a month?
Yeah.
October? A year and 2 months.
We moved.
Yeah.
We moved in like in the last part of November.
Yeah. And we've had this mobile home for a full year now. And I can't think of anything that I don't like about it or that has broken or not worked right. I'll tell you what, the only thing I don't like is having the island down the middle of the kitchen. I thought it would be really convenient, but it's actually in the way.
It sucks.
Yeah, you have to go all the way around the island to get from the stove to the sink, and I'm kind of a messy cooker, so
Yes, you are.
I do a lot of spilling. So there's a lot more spilling now between the stove and the sink.
The only thing it's good for is you could sit there at the counter in those chairs.
Yeah.
And I got a place to put my trash can.
Man, that's the only thing I would change. I like everything else about it.
Don't like I would have had the paint different because
Yeah, it's flat wall paint, and she's married to a husband with dirty hands nearly always. And that flat wall paint you can't wash off, so we would have got semi-gloss. Hey there, Major Payne. Major Payne says hi.
Hello.
We are sitting at the old trailer that I bought. My back is actually to the knife shop behind me. This is just a fire we've had going. G. Frugier. Comment ça va?
Now I'm a Yankee because I was born in North Louisiana. Anything north of Ellick, you're a Yankee.
Fireworks. I have a swamp rat cut out. Actually have two cut out. But the knife I'm working on now is a Damascus Cato. As a matter of fact, I put the handles on it tonight. And I was going to work on it tomorrow, but I have just been shanghaied into performing my Uber duties and driving my wife and Bev around town tomorrow.
We have to go see.
Hey, BC, up there in Indiana, I believe. Cold country.
We have to go see Mrs. Ike.
Yeah, I'm self-taught. Indiana. No, Major Payne, I have everything. I don't have the paint, but I have the parts I need. That's a project. It needs to be a little warmer for me to lay down on the concrete in my garage. It's still not quite warm enough, and I've got a couple other projects ahead of it, but I have all the stuff I need except for the paint.
What do you paint?
My bumper on my truck, the bent one.
Well, somewhere in there is to put a ball on my new fancy lawnmower.
Yeah, I got a lawnmower for my wife to drag a trailer around, and when I got it home, I realized there's not enough tail on there to put a hitch ball on, a trailer hitch ball on, so I'm gonna have to make something and bolt it to the back of the lawnmower so she can hook a trailer up to it.
And you didn't notice that?
You haven't driven the Simplicity yet, have you?
No.
No, she hasn't driven it yet.
It's a fancy lawnmower.
It is a nice lawnmower. She sat on it today. That's as far as close as she got.
It did. It fit. So it's mine.
BC, his name is Bill. He told me to get some cardboard boxes to lay on, and an engine hoist so you can pick me up off the ground when I'm done.
I know how to get you. Lucy will get you. There's the fireworks.
Can you hear the fireworks? And that's a long ways off,
Yeah,
too.
that's a long way. There's a big field across there.
Yeah, that's a good quarter-mile away from us here.
Yeah. As the crow flies. Where are our dogs?
They're in the house.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I put them all in, hun. Yep. Lucy was over at Bev's, and I went and got her and put her in the house. So all 3 dogs are in the house.
I bet they're just freaking out because we never stay out this time of the night.
Yeah, we've got a fireworks stand right here in town. I'm not into fireworks, though. I never have been.
Me either. Run a good hunting dog. My dad never let us have firecrackers, anything that popped. He had too many hunting dogs.
Yeah, Mark, when I lay down and work on something up above my head, it takes me a day or 2 to get over it.
Okay, when we get ready to go in, you have to turn this one. Let's take a look.
We did, Bill. It was a good time. It was small and boring, and that's just the way I like it.
What are you talking about?
Only had Christmas. Only had a couple people over, and it was me, my wife, and Bev, and my friend Pat and his wife, and Billy, who I think of as my grandson, but he's not. But that's the way I think of him.
Beverly's nephew.
Yeah.
Pat is.
Pat is Beverly's nephew, and he's also my friend. And Billy, so what would Billy be to Bev? A great nephew, right?
Great.
Somehow they're kin.
Great nephew. I think that's great grandma. Yeah, great nephew.
Well, if you could see how, I'm going to turn the light on so you can see how big this fire is. There's a big fire right there.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I loaded all that on there. I thought it would be all right.
Yeah, we're just going to sit here a little while, make sure nothing rolls off down the hill. And you wouldn't believe, I bet you.
A little bit because I'm going to bend over and move this.
Okay.
And I don't.
You don't want your butt on camera? Okay.
I don't need a butt shot. Boy, that is really hot.
I like all the vids that I do. That I use gas to get it started. No.
No.
Well, you could say that I use a propane torch.
I collect. There's enough dead on the ground. I collect all dead and get a little fire started.
No, I wasn't kidding. I have a signed contract and everything about the video I sold. He have asked me if I was kidding about the video I sold.
When did you say that? I missed that.
I didn't say it tonight, hon. I told him a while ago.
Oh. Yeah, what'd you get? Like 2 dead frogs and a...
No, I told him I didn't want money. What I wanted was my name on the video.
Yeah, I remember.
And J0 sold him a video too, and he said the same thing. I don't need, a couple. It was a couple of $100.
Yeah, wasn't it the history? No, it was the Learning Channel.
It was the Learning Channel, yeah. Yeah, it was TLC, the Learning Channel. And J0 sold him a video, and I can't remember which one. Yeah, it's still pumping. And I still have the stuff to dig another well. I just don't have the muscle anymore. I don't have the muscle anymore. My wife turned 65.
Well, that's why I want to get all these trees cut, because I don't want to be out here at 70 cutting trees. I'm about ready to hang up my tree cutting shoes.
Oh, somebody was asking me what knife, or if I was going to work on a swamp rat. And I was saying that I got a Damascus caddo cut out.
Look, see, I told you. Look at it.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
I knew it.
Well, that's why we're sitting here.
Well, it was laid down, and now I'm going to have, if I just stand it
You
up.
got your gloves?
I do, but they're rubber. So,
Well, you can leave it. I got gloves in the truck.
if it wouldn't, I mean, the fire's so hot. It's all beautiful.
All right, thanks, Major Payne.
Oh, that was hot.
Okay, I'm working on a caddo, a Damascus caddo. And I got the handles glued on tonight, and tomorrow morning I was going to come out here and start roughing out the handles. But I've been shanghaied into driving my wife and Bev around. And bought my wife a new car so she can go and do things without driving my pickup.
We do things as a company, a gang.
As a gang.
A gang. We roll together.
Yeah. We even have gang signs and everything. Well, anyway, while I was waiting for when I had the blade being tempered in the oven, the tempering oven, which basically it's a toaster oven. I don't want to sound like I got all fancy and bought a tempering oven. I cut out another Texas Rumble. That is definitely my favorite knife to make. And I have another caddo almost cut out, about halfway cut out, and it's in 1/4 inch. I've got 2 swamp rats cut out, but it'll be a while before I start on them.
It is so past my bedtime. What time is it?
I don't know. You didn't bring your phone? No, your phone's on the table outside the front door. Oh, Lordy, what a relaxing fire. Good and warm.
Now, if we just had some marshmallows.
Bill said, I'm lucky you'll be seen in public with me. Yeah, you got a point. You know, that's probably why she had me tint the windows so dark, so people couldn't see her with me.
You know, we do everything. We drove a truck together. We've just always done it. So when you go to town by yourself, it's, you know, we just do everything together. And now you want to go and change things.
Yeah, I probably could temper a knife in that fire. I bet you I could heat treat it in that fire with a little bit of maybe a hairdryer or something, or a leaf blower. But BC up in Indiana, he knows a little bit about forges. Just a little bit. He's a blacksmith.
So where's peanut butter?
Peanut butter? Who's peanut butter?
I don't
Oh, Phil, yeah. I don't want to say his last name. His name is XKZT. That's his YouTube nickname. And his initials are PB, and I made him a knife. And I stamped his initials in the sheath. And my wife said, peanut butter? Who's getting a knife called peanut butter? S'mores, yeah, there you go.
You see the heat coming out of it?
Bill said the only reason his wife goes with him is because she doesn't want to kiss him goodbye. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's good. That's a funny one. I gotta remember that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, we just always
Yeah.
have. I go to the doctor to get.
Yeah, Mark. She was out here with a blower today trying to get this started. It took her forever to get it started.
What it was a Bradford pear on there first, and I finally got it to burn, and it was so hot. I had to put this oak on there and try to burn it up. That was a really hot fire. Can they hear the firecrackers?
Barely. Somebody said they could barely hear it. And, you know, looking through the woods, I think I see a little bit of sparkling way over. Yep, I just saw something. They got a Roman candle going up in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our fire.
No, it was way out yonder.
our next door neighbor used to call us a mixed marriage because you were from Connecticut. You were one of those, she said.
Yeah, when me and my wife got married, and her mother found out that I was born in Connecticut, she called us a mixed race marriage.
Not race. She
A
said
Yankee, a mixed marriage, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
a Yankee
dad.
and a rebel.
My dad said that we.
And then she called me a Greek. I have no idea. I don't have a Greek bone in my body. I don't know why. Her mother hated me. And
My mother hated me.
well, that's true. Your mother hated everybody.
You know.
No, no dinner, Eric. Just fire. We already ate.
I didn't eat. Did you eat?
I ate. You were down here messing. You were down here sitting with Bev, and I came down here to make sure you hadn't died.
Or to make sure I did that, you must call the insurance company.
Well, I did come down here with an insurance policy and a calculator.
Yeah. And a shovel, right?
And a shovel, no. Greek because I'm hairy. No, who knows? That might have been. Although I didn't have a beard then, did I?
I don't know. You were pretty young.
Yeah.
I did kind of. Yeah, that kind of creeps me out. Let's see. When I was
Hey, I'm your Huckleberry.
20, you would have been, what, 14? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
When you were 20, I was just starting to know what was underneath sweaters and why Annette Funicello made me feel funny.
Yeah, that's creepy. I warned you. I was going to get old first.
I'm right behind you. Yeah, robbed the cradle. There's only 6 years between us, so it's not that big a deal.
Well, it is. If I had been like, 22 and that would have been. I met you when you were 30.
Yeah,
right?
I was 30 when we met, yeah.
Old enough to know better.
That's right.
Or know why. How about that?
Well, you should have. That's not that far. I'm not that far south. Plus, I got all kinds of tools to work on that Dodge. I'm your Huckleberry. You're over there in Shreveport or Bossier, don't you? Bought a new Chevy, huh? Just couldn't do the Ford, huh? Shreveport, Ford.
I'm glad Christmas is over just because of all the car commercials and the pickup
Oh,
commercials.
really?
I'm so commercialed out.
Yeah, that Christmas Target commercial. I am so glad we won't be seeing that for another year.
Which one?
The Target commercial with that music that was annoying as
Oh,
hell.
yeah, they're all annoying to me. All the car commercials, loud.
Well, I'm your Huckleberry. You know where Wascom is then. That's where I'm living now. I was living in Sibley, over there by Mendon. I kind of miss it. This town, we've had a hard time here, man. This people do not like us. Had neighbors that were called the cops on us. I mean, man, we just couldn't. Everything we did, we get the police called on us, and then the post lady said she wasn't going to deliver our mail anymore. I mean, it's like the day we moved here, people started kicking us. But we've got through all that. Yeah, it is nice over here, and I'll tell you what. The one thing I like about Texas is the roads. It's like going from a third world country to a modern country. When you cross the state line, the roads are so much better.
My biggest complaint is the taxes.
Yeah, we don't like your kind around here. That's the way they were treating us.
The taxes over here is insane.
Yeah, the property taxes are higher for sure.
Way higher.
Yep.
And we paid like, we had 7 acres, and you know, how big was our house? 1,900 square feet, shop and all, and our taxes were a couple of hundred
Yeah.
a year, and you know, we barely have, you know.
Hey, Rom, I saw you there. I got my phone held sideways, so the chat is going by real fast. Oh, hold on, let me press this button. Oh, never mind. Wrong button. I almost made you disappear. Yeah, I'm trying to bring the chat up. If I turn the phone sideways, I can see the chat. Yeah, see? Can't do it. Good Lord, they're having a blast over there.
Yeah, that was
Jeez.
$20 in about 2 seconds.
Think of all the bacon they could have bought with the money they spent on firecrackers.
Hey, that's another reason we got to go to town tomorrow. Kroger has their black label bacon for $3.99.
Gotta have bacon.
Yeah, we don't buy bacon. Beverly buys bacon.
Bill's trying to make excuses why he bought the Chevy because it had an Allison transmission.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just gonna assume he got the luxury package where it comes with heated gloves, so you can offer them to your friends when they have to push you home. $50, yeah. Yeah, we do hear an engine brake going down the road sometimes.
Oh my God, there's a guy with a straight pipes that comes through here 2 or 3 times a day, and the speed limit drops right here, so he's got that engine brake on all the way down here.
So, how many Texans do we have out there? I think there's 2 out there. And Mark, I think you're in Ohio. Yeah, that was me. Actually, it wasn't. Was it a Berkey filter? Ohio, yeah. It was either a Berkey or I distilled some water. I can't remember. I think I did both. Hey, Ann, good to see you.
Is that Ann?
Yep, Ann's there.
Hello, Ann.
Charlie said hi if you didn't hear. Wichita Falls for a while, huh? Tennessee. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Dwayne, good to see you. Charlie, her name's Charlie.
Oh, almost fell over.
That looks like fireworks every time you do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm creating something to look at.
Well, burn her toes. Yeah, she's been moving stuff around. I'll show you the fire since you may not have been here a while. It's a pretty big fire. We're just trying to keep the stuff from rolling downhill.
Yeah, there's a lot of leaves at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, Ann said she named a kitten after you. Yeah, we have burn days here though in Wascom, and they enforce them like Nazis, man. So
Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Our burn days.
That's it.
And we have a little crime wave going on here in this town. Had a gas station broke into, had a couple of cars stolen, had a house broke into, and here they are worried about me having a fire on a Friday instead of a Thursday. Yeah, I like this town, but there's a lot of things I don't like. I don't want to say it like this, but there's no other way to say it. I like where I live here, but I really don't like many of the people. Hey, Gravy.
Gravy. Gravy. That's funny.
Great, yeah, Gravy is her name. Astrolite, okay. Yeah, well, we have a lot of leaves. We're trying to clean up. This is the, the trailer that I bought to use as my shop, and it hadn't been cleaned up down here in many, many years because
Yeah, it's really bad.
the folks were really old that live here, used to live here. They passed away.
And nobody showed up to do any yard work. Bev tried to take care of it for.
No, that's not that, Charlie. They want to know if you were the Charlie they named the perfume after. No, she may be the Charlie they named a saddle after, but
I'd like to have the money, but no, that wouldn't be me. My dad had 5 sisters when he was growing up, and then he had 3 girls. So, believe we were all.
Vicky, you in Mississippi, or are you in Ohio?
I guess they want everybody to hear their music. I would say it was mutter.
That's somebody's got a speaker outside their vehicle. Isn't that something? At least they were playing Johnny Cash, though, huh?
I actually recognize the song.
That's right. Okay, Vicky. Yeah, I remember you moved from Phoenix. My brother's in Tempe. I don't know if you knew where 19th Street, South 19th Street was, but we spent a lot. Yeah, that last truck we had, that one like to broke us.
That one did break it.
We called it the Antichrist.
Yeah, that was the Antichrist, and that one did us in.
I sold a hand crank grinder about a year ago.
Hey, this one concerns. They're too heavy to move.
Somebody drove up the road with their music blaring. We could hear it all. I don't know if you heard it, if y'all heard it, but it was pretty loud here, sitting here, because it's so quiet. And I was just fixing to complain about them stupid kids, and then I realized it was Johnny Cash. So.
What does that look like on the screen?
A whole bunch of fireflies flying up out of that fire.
Well, I'll keep doing it.
You know, you're gonna wear yourself out doing that, or get burned. Come on, sit down. Yeah, she always has to be doing something.
Something. Got to be doing something.
That's why she's a skinny mini,
I'm not skinny.
and I'm a round fella because I believe in relaxing.
Just think if I cooked.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I'll be twice the size I am.
But you didn't marry me to cook anyway, right?
No,
That's
I married you because you could drive a truck. Well, I'll tell you, we have a neighbor that burns any day of the week that he likes, and they sit around it. So I kind of think if you're sitting at the fire, they won't bother you if you're right there at it. That's what I'm
Well,
thinking.
I'm not gonna risk it because you already had the cop come down there and tell you to put that fire out.
The egg omelets, yeah, it might be. Yeah, a couple of years ago, Here it was in the 70s, like 73. Right now it's about 65. A couple years ago, I lit a fire over at Bev's. She had a tree come down, and I cleaned it up and had a cop pull up and tell me I was breaking the law.
And put it out.
And that was the first thing I heard about fire burn days. But I was standing there with a garden hose, and she said, "Just don't load any more onto it."
Well, our neighbor.
Are you in the shop, Jordan? What kind of shop do you have? A knife shop or a mechanic shop or?
God, my back hurts.
Well, y'all, we
I
need
think
one
the
of my
next
first
tree
egg
we're gonna
cookers.
cut is a pine. That big pine over there.
Yeah, I'll take an egg cooker. What do you want to trade? Yeah, we've got a big pine we're gonna cut, but it is to the right over here, down in the holler,
in the holler,
and you go across the. Oh, it's not a creek, but it's a wet spot, and it's really soft. So
The creek's back here.
the creek's behind us. Actually, on the other side of this fire is the creek, and to the right is a little thing that feeds it, and it's soft down there. And to get over there to the pine tree, we're probably going to have to wait till August. And somebody asked me a question, and it went by so quick, and I'd already forgotten the question. So let me turn this light on and see how far that way we can see. Okay. Down that hill there's a little, not a creek, but it's just a runoff. And on the other side of it, there's a big pine tree that's going to come down. And to get our trailer over there to pick up all the wood to bring here, it's just too soft to get over there now. Just a tinkering shop. Yeah, that's what mine is. I do a little bit of everything in there, including napping.
Yeah, I gotta keep bending over.
Yeah, this is gonna upload when the live stream is done, and you could turn the volume off and just have this in your in your living room. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making them rocket stoves. I made a lot of them, and I finally hit on a formula that seemed to work great. Man, I tell you, she put her back out. Today's her first day back doing stuff. He said he wanted to see another cartwheel.
I was in the house for
2 weeks? How long were you down?
at least a week and a half.
Yeah.
I really messed my back up.
We've been working pretty hard out here, and
I
I
have
keep.
2 ruptured discs in my back and 3 in my neck, or is it just the opposite?
What we do is I cut a tree down, and she takes her little saw and she cuts the limbs off and drags them to the fire. And while she's doing that, I got my big saw out and I'm cutting the tree. And then I load it up and I take it down to a neighbor and I unloaded it. Anyway, she started helping me lift them up, and I kept telling her not to. Yeah, napping is a good use of shop time, especially when you get a dog in there. He's napping with you.
Yeah, I have caught you napping a lot.
Yeah, one time my wife came out in my shop and she thought I had died. Because my arms were hanging down by my side, I had my feet up on my desk, my head was back.
One day you were sitting in your chair and you were slumped over.
I was slumped over, yeah.
And your arms were hanging down, and I was like, oh my God, he's had a heart attack.
Yeah, and the way she said, Brad? Like, like she thought maybe I really was dead.
Well, our neighbor called you.
Yep, right. One
were
time I was,
sitting outside
yep, that's a
and
good
fell
story.
asleep. he called me and was freaking out, telling me, go check on you. You had
Yeah. I sat down in a chair that was too comfortable in the front yard, and right away I fell asleep. And my neighbor, who was a pretty nosy old lady, but we loved her, she called Charlie, and she said, "Oh, you better go check your husband. Go check him. He is all slumped over in his chair." Yeah, I fall asleep pretty easy.
Well, you do. And believe me, I did not know that when we were driving a truck.
Oh,
I did not know.
when I'm doing stuff, I'm wide awake. I never, ever once did I fall asleep driving.
Well, you had somebody to jump up and get in the seat when you got sleepy, so
I drove many years before
I know.
I taught you to
But you were
drive.
young then. People don't go to fall asleep like we do. I don't fall asleep. I never nap. Never. I wish I could.
Narcolepsy, yeah.
Today I slept the latest I have slept in years and years.
How late did you sleep this morning?
It was 5:15 when I
Quarter after
went to
5,
bed.
yeah.
That's like really.
And I slept till about 10 to 7.
That is really sleep. Well, you know, the dogs didn't wake me up, and usually one of them starts stirring around.
He said, "You're going to have to install a nanny cam in my shop so you can keep an eye on me." That is the one thing. My shop is so far away from the house that if something falls on me and I get pinned under something, I'm just going to die. Because
I come down here all the time. I would hear you.
oh, I'd be suffocated by then, by the time you got down here.
Well, what would fall on you?
Okay, Dwayne, good night. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, lawnmower, car,
Oh,
anything I'm
yeah.
working on.
Well, you shouldn't be crawling up underneath the vehicle. Can you really fit underneath a vehicle?
Hey there, Cajun homesteader. Oh, yeah, that's a good looking fire. It is a big fire here. Got nothing but big logs on there now. She's fixing to give it a kick. Watch the sparks. Pyromaniac.
Well, I don't have to shave my legs this week. Hey, these outside logs are catching on fire, Brian.
That'll be all right, hon. That'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I loaded all this on here. I guess I didn't think it would catch up this much. I didn't realize how hot it was.
Getting warm up there, Mark? Mark, you still raising rabbits? Hun, Mark is the guy that used to be a normal person and then he became a truck driver.
You'll never be the same. You can't go back now.
You can't go back. It's all over now.
Yeah.
It's nothing but downhill from here.
You'll have thousands and thousands.
Hey there, Tony Two Cokes. Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas. Oh, you're still raising rabbits. Good deal. Hey there, Duff. What's going on?
The truck driver is raising rabbits.
Yeah, him and his wife.
Take some with you.
So there's 3 Texans in there now. As Duff's down in Houston.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's too many people in Houston.
Yep, he lives, let's see, not far from Humble. Cooking dinner, huh? You know we used to work in Humble, right? Down in.
We're not from Humble because we say humble. And
You're right. People from Humble say Humble,
Humble, yeah.
but we're not from Humble. We worked in Humble.
Yeah.
I don't know why they never pronounce the H. And my son's down around Oh, north of Conroe, down that way.
Spring, is he in spring?
No, he's not in spring anymore. What's that kind of fancy place that north of the Flying J up that way?
Woodlands?
Woodlands, yeah.
Is that where he lives?
That's where he lives, in the Woodlands, yep.
We need to go see him.
And he's a knife maker.
Oh, is he making knives?
He's making knives 100% by hand. Yep. That's my plumber son. My other son's a cop, state cop. He's up in Washington State. Hey there, Master Sergeant.
That's Ricky's friend.
No, this is another Master Sergeant. 22 degrees. Where are you at where it's 22 degrees?
Keep it up there.
Yeah, please keep it.
Don't send it down here.
Yeah, when it's that cold here, the doors don't open. We don't go outside. That's only, I don't believe I've ever felt 22. Well, actually, it was 26 the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, and last year, we had like a whole week in the teens, and
Southern Idaho, wow. That's pretty country up there.
yeah, we don't speak Southern Idaho. Not anymore.
45, huh? 40, and it says 45 and rainy there. Raining and,
kidding.
yeah.
Wow, that's cold for Bakersfield, huh?
Yeah. Every time I think of Ann, I think of that song, Streets of Bakersfield.
Yeah, me too.
Ann, I got your knife made, and I'm going to make a sheath for it. As soon as I get this fourth knife made, I want to make all 4 sheaths. And I'm going to send it to you. No charge. It's a late Christmas present. Having a heat wave in Ohio, 60 degrees.
Wow. Well, we've seen some snowy days in Ohio. We ran out of Columbus a lot.
Oh, in Seattle, huh? Boy, we got kids all over. My daughter lives in Seattle. Well, here's the thing about a Bayou chopper. It takes so much steel to make that I just can't justify the price I would have to ask for it. No, and there was no contract. I reneged on all those deals.
Well, you got sick. And
Hey there, Phil. Here's peanut butter.
peanut butter showed up, huh?
Yep. Mini Bayou. Yeah.
Hey, fireworks.
Well, I do make a knife called the Nesmuk. It is a really nice looking knife. It would be a good chopper.
Now, how is that possible? I got.
Did you get some on you?
I know, I got down in my shoe.
Oh. Yeah. 10 more minutes. I'm going to make it to an hour, and then Ann just sent me a text saying, talk soon. Love you too, Ann. Bill is in Danville, Indiana. He drives a Chevy, though. You might not want to talk to him. Everybody knows I just pick about brands. If I had a Chevy, I'd pick on Ford owners. Just
Some people just can't break the habit,
yeah.
I mean, they get.
Well, I'm in a habit. I mean, I buy Fords just because that's actually all I know how to work on.
My favorite pickup is a paid for
paid for. Well, that's the
I
one
don't
we have.
care what color it is or what brand, as long as it's paid for.
12 degrees. Where are you at, Rum? Hey there, Tony. Yeah, we don't need to stay warm. It's in the middle 60s here. It was in the 70s today here during the day, about 73 or so.
Yeah, I got my
It's been the last 3 days have just been beautiful.
I got my sweatband on and my shorty shorts, and it's not cold out here at all.
Yeah, my wife's got her shorts on. I got my shorts on.
Look at this, right around this fire. You see him?
Yeah.
Billy went around this fire, I bet you 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
Before.
New Brunswick. Okay.
That's like in another part of the world, right?
New Brunswick, Canada. That's in Canada. Had a Datsun too, huh? I'll see, Mark. You. I don't know why the censors must have blotted out your comment. I didn't get that. The algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, deleted your comment. Yeah, the cat has a name, Vicky. It's Cat 2, cat number 2. And the reason is because it's the second stray cat that showed up and hung around. And for 8, 9 years, it's been called Cat 2. I just fed it. I fed it a couple hours ago. I feed it every day.
She doesn't come up in the yard till she hears the gate close. And then she knows the dogs can't get over here. And then she comes up and eats. There's a big barn right through there she stays at.
Yeah, I have only forgot to feed her. In the year I've been feeding her, I've only forgot twice to feed her. So, vehicles by how they come apart.
She's fat.
She's a well-fed cat.
Yeah.
There's a barn directly on the other side of this fire, about 1/8 of a mile. There's a big barn, and I guarantee you she lays up in that hay and catches mice.
Yeah, I've seen her come from over there.
Not even 1/8 of a mile. It's probably 350, 400 feet.
Yeah, I can see it, through the woods.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if I seen her more often, I bet you I could get her to warm up to me enough where I could rub the side of her head or something.
Beverly's petted her a time or two. She'll let you pet her, and then she hisses
Yeah.
at you.
Well, Bev, the former, well, she's the daughter of Miss Pat, who used to own this place. And while she was taking care of her mama, she would come down here and feed the cat. For about 5 years, she fed the cat. And she got to where she could touch the cat, pet it. I smell skunk, huh?
Yeah, today when I came down here, I could all over. I could smell it in the Beverly's yard.
Look for eyes. Look for eyes glowing in the dark.
Down the bottom of this hill, it smelled like skunk, and
Yeah.
all up underneath those azaleas. So it's coming around.
Oh, well.
It's getting that, and I've been hearing those foxes yip.
Somebody said something about smoking pot. I caught the tail end of that. Well, we're in Texas, and I think they've approved it for medicinal uses here, haven't they?
Nope.
No, not even medicinal?
Nope.
Wow.
Them old geezers, they're gonna, the governor now, Abbott, he's on board with it, but them old guys, they still think it's a gateway drug, and it'll kill you and make you do stupid stuff. But they probably go to D.C. and smoke it because it's legal.
Right, like Kamala Harris putting people in jail for smoking pot and then bragged about smoking pot in her college days.
Right.
Nothing two-faced about that.
That's right. They want to enforce the federal law on it, but all them guys up there, I'm trying to not say ugly words. But them old guys up there in D.C., it's legal there, so they just don't want it to be legal for anybody else.
4 more minutes. I can't believe I've had enough juice in this phone to last this long.
I can't believe you live streamed that far from the.
Oh, I see.
And you were wanting to go pay $800 to have cable run down here so you could live stream.
Yeah, I ran a, what's that thing called? A booster.
Yeah.
I put a booster in my knife shop. And that's the only reason I'm live streaming. I bet you I am 300 feet from my, maybe 400 from my, from my Wi-Fi at the house.
Crap, that got hot. Whew.
Really, it's legal for about 38,000 people. Must be glaucoma or something. Speaking of which, I'm having a difficult time with my vision.
In Texas, it's for people with seizures. It's only suspended.
Seizures? Yeah. My wife and I are old hippies. If it was legal, we'd be smoking it.
Louisiana is for they've included a lot more stuff like pain. I mean, they're even starting to do that for.
Intractable epileptic. Okay, intractable epileptic. Boy, that's hard to say.
Yeah,
It's legal in Canada.
sounds like maybe it might be a little cuss word in there.
Yeah, but you can't have high-capacity magazines in Canada. See, I like to smoke pot and fire 30 rounds at the same time.
Ooh, boy. You gotta throw that in there too.
Yeah.
Wee doggies.
Epilepsy only, huh? Wow.
So, and the year that we leave Louisiana is when you could start.
Right.
Buying
Just as we're moving over here, they legalized it in Louisiana for
Yeah, you know.
medicinal purposes. Yeah, Duff says it's legal at his house.
Yeah, you can't.
I was meaning to go down there.
Yeah, you can't make this up.
But- But Highway 59 on the way back is a major drug corridor, and it'd be my luck.
Well, yeah, see?
Okay, Bill. Good seeing you. As long as you're not a narc. I'm no narc. Hey, I already know where you live, man. I got your address. So if I was a narc, I'd be collecting the what's that? Crime Stoppers money.
Oh yeah. You know, that's what burns me so bad about this is that there's people sitting in jail for, felonies, and it's legal in how many states now? It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
Half a dozen?
Yeah.
Completely legal
no,
in
it's
about half a dozen.
It's about a dozen.
They
like that.
decriminalized it in a lot of states too.
Well, it's just ridiculous. Our prisons are full of the three strikes you're out.
Oh yeah.
Pot. That's crazy.
All right, 60 seconds. I'm gonna shut her down, y'all. 1 hour is enough for me watching a fire. It's time for bed now. I enjoyed it. Have a good time. Thanks for stopping in, and I stopped this now, I think. Good talking to y'all. See